Hey guys, welcome back to another custom ROM review for Redmi Note 7. This time we have Evolution X ROM, and last time I have tried Evolution X actually pretty long ago, so this is an unofficial version of ROM. The version we are using here is 11.6.3 vanilla version, so you have to flash GApps if you want to use this ROM. And the security patch level is 1st April 2026, the latest build of Evolution X ROM. So I have been using this ROM about a week now. It is kind of working pretty well. So I have tried many Android 16 based ROM and they kind of run a little slower side, but this ROM is actually doing pretty well. So as usual, the control panel, as you can see here, you can customize it a little bit, and we do get customization option called the evolver. So all sorts of customization options are available and you can tweak the UI up to your liking. And they have removed few of the customization options. I think that's better because the ROM is quite heavier side. So it's better that they remove few customization options. But still you do get a lot of customization options here. So themes section is available, screen lock, status bar, quick settings, notifications, power menu, and miscellaneous. So hide app list, hide developer status, 3-finger swipe, so you can choose what you like. So like recent app switcher, so 3-finger swipe, recent app switcher, so it is working well. Shake gestures and few other options available. In the component spoofing, we do get play interrogative fix, pixel props, app spoofing, and Google Photos unlimited storage. So you do get a lot of things here. In terms of network connectivity, so Wi-Fi, as you can see, are working well, and VoLTE Wi-Fi also working. So if we try the hotspot, so it is showing error. That means we have to change the Wi-Fi band. So if we choose 5 GHz band, it is going to work, as you can see here. So you can share your Wi-Fi data using hotspot. In the connected device option, so Bluetooth is working. I did try that. Quick share and Google Cast also working, no issue. In the app section, as usual, we do get few things here like clone apps, app lock, sidebar. So everything available, and sidebar is working well. Notifications, so all the typical options, nothing new here. Sound and vibration working, and we do get few options here like spatial audio, multi audio focus, and per volume control, but no Dolby Atmos option here. Modes option available. Display, so in the display section we do get adaptive brightness, extra dim, ambient display, which will only work when you are charging the device, face down detection, prevent accidental wake up, so double tap to sleep and double tap to awake, both of them working well, no issue. And in the wallpaper section, so here we do get few options like wallpaper blur effect, wallpaper blur type, and few other things available here. Also wallpaper dim effect. So these are the things we are getting in the wallpaper section. From the home screen, you can access wallpaper and style section. So wallpaper and style, you can choose few things here. And as you can see, on the home screen section, we do get color contrast, icon, and layout. So there are few layout option. And for icon shape, you can check out the customization options. Those are there. And we can choose clocks. So clocks are available. Also, you can change the color and size. That's it. Shortcuts on the lock screen you can change. Notification on lock screen, typical settings. And in the more lock screen settings, so you do get few other options here. Storage, so Android 16 based ROM going to take around 15 or 16 GB of storage. As this was a vanilla version, so it takes a little less storage, but still it's going to be pretty much similar. Battery, so the battery backup is quite good. I haven't faced any drain issue or anything like that. Fast charging is working, and we do get charging control option to schedule, limit, or control the charging. So that's it, what you are getting here. In the system setting, so buttons option is available. You can enable on-screen navigation buttons if you like, and also you can assign actions. So those things you can do. Navigation mode, you can change to 3 buttons navigation. Working well. We have gesture option here. So quick tap to start action. That means you can take a screenshot by tapping, or you can choose what you like. And here we get device settings. So haptic feedback, Mi sound enhancer, ambient display, display color calibration, and few other things available here. Also, you can put it in performance mode if you want to push it a little harder. And in terms of security and privacy, as usual, we do get both face and fingerprint unlock. And in my testing, fingerprint unlock is working well, no issue. And face unlock also going to work, but obviously it will be a little bit slower side. And here we do get privacy controls, privacy dashboard, private space, advanced protection, and more security and privacy. All the settings are available. Location is working well, password and passkey available, safety and emergency, and accessibility. And if you want, you can disable all the animations, but this ROM is doing pretty well in terms of animation, so you can keep the animation on. In terms of application, we don't really get much application here. I have installed most of them, like all the Google related application. So we do get music player called Accord, and we do get audio effects. You can tweak the audio up to your liking, and background call recorder, which is not working that well, and browser, calculator, calendar, all the usual things available here. And the camera application we are getting here is GCAM Go, which is working. So you can take picture, and video recording is working, so no issue at all. And if you want, you can install a proper GCAM here, going to work. And the FMReady application is available and it is working. So I have connected my earphones, and as you can see here, it is working. Usually it will crash if it does not work, and I can actually hear that sound. So FMReady is working well here. In terms of Google Photos, so unlimited storage is available. And if we try Magic Editor is not going to work. It will allow me to like circle. After that, it will never finish. So if I try now, it can't really detect the object. So Magic Editor is not going to work. In terms of phone call, so VoLTE, Wi-Fi support is there. Also video call is working, but video call is not optimized well. But unfortunately, no call recording option. As I said, we do get background call recorder application, but it does not really work. And unfortunately, we are not getting any kind of SafetyNet feature. That means bank apps, payment application not going to work as usual, but other application will definitely work. And most of the ROMs actually not coming with SafetyNet feature, so that is not really a big deal. And I don't really recommend anyone to use any kind of bank application on a custom ROM. So you can't use any payment application or bank application on this ROM. And as a Android 16 based ROM, you do get circle to search, which is working. Obviously, it will be a little bit slower side, but doing pretty well. And lastly, in terms of gaming, so I did play Call of Duty in default setting. The gaming performance was quite good, not really very good or very bad. It is quite acceptable. So if you are a gamer, you can try this ROM. It will not disappoint you, but still, for better gaming experience, you can go with Android 12 or 13 based ROM. They will provide you much better experience than this ROM. And overall, the ROM is actually one of the best ROM you can get, which is based on Android 16, because it's quite smooth and fluent, and there is no major issue at all. Although you do get few minor issues like SafetyNet and no call recording option. Otherwise, this is actually a perfectly usable ROM. So as usual, the ROM link will be in the description below. That's all about this ROM. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.